What happened, Dan?
He just sat on you. How are you, mate?
Pretty good.
Very good.
We're inside, folks.
We are inside. It's a bit inclement weather.
Oh, is that why we're inside?
Yeah. It's funny, the sprinkler's on, watering, and it's been raining all day. Classic.
I moved it once.
Yeah. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Bless them.
Yeah. Good round of golf yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah, for some.
You weren't so good, were you?
No, I had a
Hainsey was magnificent. Very steady.
Oh, he's monotonously boring. 33 points for Hainsey, 32 for you.
32 for me.
And 29. Oh, I had a problem, folks.
I had to massage his back.
You did at one point.
Yeah, just like that.
You got hold of my coccyx and manhandled it a few times.
I did, yeah.
It's quite nice, actually.
Yeah, I enjoyed it too.
That wasn't why I was so injured. That was just something else. Yeah, it was great.
It's in the wrong spot.
It was in public.
It took ages to tell me.
We were at Farley, our friends at Farley, and it was, we're playing champagne golf. 4 o'clock tee off.
4 o'clock tee off, lovely, wasn't it?
Nobody out there. We whizzed around, 3 of us.
Yeah.
Played some great golf between us, had some fun, stupidity.
We certainly did that. A lot of stupidity.
So, highly recommended, as always.
Indeed.
But in a packed show. This is a show. Tonight, we're going to talk a little bit about the cricket on the weekend, Sanderson's results.
Ouch. We lost all 4 games, that's it.
Oh, that's it. Well, and the ladies lost unusually on Sunday. Yeah, exactly, blimey. The Sunday team won, but the only team to win on the weekend. Odd.
Yeah, well, I filmed Saturday's match, which was a good match actually, and you know, we could have actually won it and should have done really. We're a little bit, you know, we can never get the same team out twice. That's our big problem. You know, there's always someone else new coming in and someone's not there and blah blah blah. And all the teams we play, they always turn up with their best side. So and that's going to blight us. But that's fine. That's fine. We're in a transitionary period. We've got some youngsters coming through, and then in 2 years' time,
we're going to learn from this.
But as we're going to learn from, but as you know, a lot of people sort of comment about the play and all that kind of stuff. Don't forget, we're playing in the Surrey Cricket Championship Division 4 East, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
we're a drinking club with a cricket problem.
Exactly.
Not the other way around.
Yeah, exactly. We found a niche.
Yeah, absolutely right. So, but we always have fun, and the bar's always packed in the evening. So
it was a rocking groove here on Saturday.
It really was.
Some old cricketers came up.
Yes, absolutely right.
The pups from the.
It was good.
Naughties.
Well, and Greg Pettifer was good to see Greg back. He's good. I asked him how many are you going to play. He said, "Yeah, I'm going to play roughly half the games, which is great."
And he's getting married next year.
He's
cramming them all in.
He's cramming them all in. So great to see Greg back.
Yes,
and good to see Matt in the wickets.
Yeah. I know, a bit self-regarding, but
it was. He bowled well.
Was
it his first game back?
Yeah.
He played last week.
Oh no, he did play at Horley.
Yeah.
He did play. First home game.
Yeah, first home game. And I thought his jazz hands show for the umpire was A, disgraceful, B, very funny. Indeed. But then, he's an entertainer.
He was making a point about bowling straight, and he bowled the guy out.
Oh, it had a couple of not outs that turned down, which is fine. That's that. Yeah, well, it's fair enough.
It was a good game of cricket.
It was a good game of cricket.
Top of the table, Gymkhana.
Yeah, we should have beaten them. Yeah.
We were.
They bowled well.
Yes.
They thrashed it around and got a relatively low score, 150 something. On a track full of runs, and we just lost wickets at the wrong moment. So a good partnership between
Greg and Ryan.
And Ryan, some quality stuff. Well, no, it was Greg and it wasn't Greg and Ryan. It was Greg and someone else.
The other one.
No, it was young Josh Silver.
Oh yes.
Who's rapid. But he's a school kid, so we can get Josh back. I think he said end of June to school, and then he'll play for
3 weeks.
So in about 4 weeks' time, 3-4 weeks' time, we have Josh back. He's a really exciting prospect. Great cricketer.
Yeah, he is. I think he's on a scholarship, sports scholarship.
Sports scholarship, and Sussex have already
sniffing around. No wonder.
No wonder. But we've got him for a bit, so that's good. Yeah. So all's great. I mean, we may not be doing very well, but it doesn't matter.
And I really looked at the fantasy league. Is that you know,
Yeah,
that's...
Fancy League, we've got 73 teams in the Fancy League.
3 have paid.
Yeah.
I've paid.
No. And actually, we've got about 30, about 50 have paid. About 50 have paid. So those that haven't, I'm going to be chasing. I know who you are.
Name and shame.
Yeah, I will be naming and shaming. Not this week, but maybe next week. And then, you know, if you don't pay, you're not going to get the team sheet. So you'll be standing in the dark.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice. Good. Well, that's a great roundup of cricket. England are playing West Indies today at the Oval.
They are, yeah. West Indies are 6 down for 100 and something. So yeah,
looks like it might go our way for a 3-0 dropping. But that's all the cricket we want to talk about.
Well, I think so. Yeah, I can't think of anything else.
I've got to do this. Oh, yes. While we were playing golf yesterday, I just happened to mention my Uncle TELFOR, which in itself is a great name.
Uncle TELFOR. Well, me and Ainsley were laughing already just at the name. Uncle TELFOR.
Let me tell you.
Is that a Cornish name? It's got a bit.
Well,
Cornish,
it doesn't. Yeah.
No.
Well, tree rather than tell.
Yeah, maybe it was.
Nobody called him Tell. You know, it's not like a Cockney thing.
No.
But we were talking about relatives we have, and my dear old Uncle TELFOR. He wasn't my Uncle TELFOR, but that's what we called him. He was friendly with my great grandmother.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know. I was a kid.
Yeah.
I didn't know what was going on.
Were.
But this is the gig with Uncle TELFOR.
Yeah.
He worked in the mine, and he had an injury with his leg. Tin mine, where we grew up, and subsequently he had a wooden leg and a glass eye.
Because everyone who works in a tin mine has a wooden leg.
He had an injury.
He had an injury from the tin mine.
He used to feel its short leg. There you go. There's the cricket link. But this is the gig with Uncle TELFOR. Wooden leg, glass eye. But he used to go around with a magnificent wool coat on and a trilby hat.
Oh, really?
But here's the twist.
Yeah.
He introduced me to the concept of the fixed wheel bicycle.
Yeah.
Now, a fella, you know what a fixed wheel is everywhere. Yeah. You know, it just
there's no freewheeling. You have to pedal. You have to pedal. You can't freewheel.
He used to cause more accidents because his strange wooden leg would be.
So what's he doing? Is he going like this? I think the camera stops here, so you can't see what
you can imagine what's happening down below. I am, yes. But yeah, all the action was down below. He was well known around the town.
I bet he was.
Because people, they always thought he was turning right because there was something going on.
He must have caused loads of accidents.
Never saw one himself, but caused loads. Bless him.
Good old Uncle TELFOR.
But you then mentioned Auntie Lisa, was it?
No. Aunt Lizzie, my granny, God bless her, lovely lady. And her sister, she was one of about 10, as was the case back in the day. Born in 1899, I think. Her and sort of last remaining sister. This is when they were getting towards the end of things, probably early 90s, late 80s, something like that.
So nearly 100 years old. Born 1899.
1899. Well, no, she made it to about 94, I think, 93. But towards the end, her and her sister, Aunt Lizzie. They both started to go a little bit dotty, as happens. We've started already. And every morning, without fail, Auntie Lizzie would walk round to my grand's house, which is next door to where I lived in a little village called Great Glen in Leicestershire, and she'd walk round, and the two of them at 11 o'clock, without fail, you could set your clock by, got a little nip of sherry, just a little tot of sherry.
Yes.
Now.
And why not?
Well, and why not? Of course. And but once they got to a certain age, that little nip became. They'd forgotten they'd had the first one, and the second nip came in, and then more. And we only noticed this when the empties, because once they'd finished the bottle. Aunt Lizzie, who was the mobile one of the two, my granny had a gammy leg, because all grannies had a gammy leg.
But did you have a wooden one at the end for the bike?
Yes, we called her Auntie TELFOR. No, so Lizzie was sent down to the local off licence to get another bottle. And so we noticed the empties were piling up in Granny's house, because these two were getting absolutely sloshed without realising it.
And it was in those days. I imagine this was the 70s, 80s, whatever.
It would have been mid-70s.
I recall my parents doing much the same, only not to the extent. And I grew up seeing a blue bottle of Harvey's Bristol Green.
Yeah.
Would that be?
I can't remember what it was.
Available?
A bit of a nightclub.
Yeah, I know.
This is cool, isn't it?
Wow.
Yeah. I can't remember what it was. I don't think it was Harvey's Bristol Cream, but
I know. Then at sort of when they started their 11 o'clocks, and a couple they'd go to the pub at lunchtime.
Well, no, they wouldn't do that. No, they'd all stay in. It's quite sweet, really.
Yes.
And then my granny would also make sherry trifle at Christmas. Now imagine what that got like.
No, just sherry.
Trifle. It was like all the ingredients of a trifle floating on a vat of sherry. Yeah.
That's the ball.
Yeah,
I don't know how to do that.
Why not? It was great fun.
Yeah, it was always good fun. Any mad? Well, they're not mad. They're just great stories from old relatives.
Old relatives. Yes.
It's funny you say that because my dad was one of 10.
Was he an old relative?
Well, he was always older than me.
Yeah. It's amazing.
So
was mine. What a coincidence.
Both of us.
Yes, both
doing this show.
Yeah. And Dad's both older than us.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
Man alive. However, talking of double acts and going senile.
Oh yeah.
In a recent show we did. I love the fact that this is a show now, according to me. You were kind enough, you were to
well, we asked. We asked for what double actually wrong answers only.
Yeah, and this is what you came up with, and we love every one of them. This is a list of 8 here,
right?
In no particular order, so you can see it. Hinge and bracket. Who's who? You know, much the same.
They're both the same.
Bert and Ernie.
Yeah, I don't know Bert and Ernie.
Oh, Sesame Street.
Yeah, no, I know where they're from, but I'm not familiar with them. I never watched Sesame Street.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's all good. Right.
Are they funny then?
No.
They say wrong answers only.
Yeah. There you are. This one's a bit too close to home. Norman Wisdom and Mr. Grimsdale.
Ah, well, yes. Yes, you're definitely a good Norman Wisdom. I don't think
But I suppose they're giving
I'll take it. Wrong answers only.
Right. Okay, this one hurts. Paul and Barry Chuckle.
Chuckle Brothers.
I know I got a bit of a hooter.
Yeah,
which is what they had.
They were. I don't know how did they make it? How did they become?
Literally. Who are we to talk? A one-trick pony.
Yeah. To me, we should do that.
No, we're better than that. No. Sorry, Chuckles.
There's only one of them still there, isn't there?
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I think so. I think one of them went. I don't know which one.
Yeah, you're right, actually.
Yeah,
you're right. And they used to have those mullet haircuts.
Yeah.
If only. Alas Smith and Jones, or Alias Smith and Jones.
Yeah.
French and Saunders.
Yeah.
Right. I've left the best till last. There's 2 to come. Basil Brush and Mr. Roy.
Right.
I suppose I'm Basil Brush.
Yeah.
And the last one, the Wham of village cricket.
Oh, I like that. I like that. I'll be Andrew. You can be George.
I think I look a bit more like Andrew.
Oh, it's not about what you look like. It's the character.
Persona.
Yeah, George.
The one who made it. He was the
and Andrew was the sort of I don't know what he was actually. No one knew what he was. The one that's lived, and the one that got incredibly lucky. So yeah, maybe you're Andrew. Oh dear. But now. Bit of trivia on that.
Yes, I know what you're going to say now.
So we've got it's our 100th year of playing cricket on this wonderful ground at Sawmill, and so we're having a bit of a centenary year. We had the club centenary was in 1881, but this is about a centenary of playing on this ground, and we've got a little brochure coming out, hopefully next week sometime. I've just gone to the printers, and one of the pieces that we've got in there is famous people who have been to the old Sawmill, and George Michael is one of them. And it gets better.
Yes.
This was at the height. Well, there's a twist, but this is at the height of Wham mania.
Yes.
And George Michael was here with a girlfriend who was the sister of one of our players.
Yes.
So
apparently was a stunning young woman.
Yeah. So you heard it here first. There you go.
And George Michael.
Yeah, absolutely.
Does that look together?
No.
Yeah. Do you want to? I know a couple, 3 people who were famous at the Bill on the Screen, or is it 2?
Okay.
Or do we tease them and say?
Let's tease them out.
Yeah. What now? Or
no? Well, we can tease a couple without naming them. So there's some very top cricketers, some of the greatest cricketers ever.
Yes. One of Britain's foremost conservative prime ministers.
Yes.
Not Liz Truss.
No.
Not Liz Truss. But I'm sorry, Liz.
Don't apologise.
I'm going to name a name here.
Yeah.
And I shouldn't say this because he wasn't that good at cricket.
Right.
But he was a magnificent rugby player, an England captain, Lawrence
Delalio.
Delalio.
Yeah.
My goodness, he had the chest as big as a snooker table. He couldn't
it's a big lad.
walk out with a bat. He looked a bit awkward, like a cow handling a musket. But my God, what a character! Big guy.
Was he a character? Because I missed that game. Was he good?
Well, he swung the lead a bit and all that. But there's been quite a few people here.
Oh, we missed a game Sunday. There was a Sunday match.
Yeah, we won. You just stepped over it.
Yeah, I know, but the
Sunday team
the bit I
one
missed is I just wanted to ask you about it because you not only did you play. He's asked me to say this.
We've said this.
You were the captain.
I captained the Sunday team because Pulfers, with the magnificent Buffon, couldn't play, and so I stepped in as in the old boy who could captain the side. So we turned over. I want to say blindly. I was blindly. Beautiful ground, small
but perfectly formed.
Fast outfield. We got 230 odd.
Did you win the toss and bat?
Yeah. No, I lost the toss.
You lost the toss.
They
put
because
you in
they know.
Because they were. They knew they were in for a bit of a hiding because you were playing.
Yeah. Well, don't know about that. But 2 or 3 of us scored. I got a 50. Retired. Ian Lemon, 50, retired. Who was it? Tom Ledbetter, a magnificent, beautiful 50. What a cricketer!
Oh man, I think he's playing this Saturday.
Yeah, I'm hoping he's playing on Sunday again. And we had a youngster called Akeem.
Oh yes, he
took 4 wickets.
Brilliant,
little young fella, brilliant. The youngsters bowled brilliantly, and we turned him over, to be honest.
And Dell.
Dell.
I even got 8 miles out and ran somewhere.
Yeah, so the highlight of the whole day was that Dell ran out Dutchie. Now, they've got history, those two, because Dell has had Dutchie out more times than any.
With his finger.
When Dutchie claims that he could. Yeah. And this weekend, Dell pushed it to square leg, off the back foot.
Yeah.
So subsequently was, not in a position to take a quick single. Dutchie comes hurtling down the track.
Still trying to get quick singles in his 50s,
and got sent back, and this youngster threw it in. Dutchie was out. He was chuntered.
Oh, I bet he was chuntering.
Yeah, all the way. And by the way, this
great golf club thrower, Dutchie.
Yes, the best. And he's got this trick. When he comes off the putting green, he'll throw his ball up. I can't do it. With his putter and goes boom, and it's about 200 yards.
6 further then, doesn't he?
Thank you very much. Good on Dutchie.
Good on Dutchie.
So we just managed that, and that was nice. Talking of which, I want to move a little down.
Yes.
I've got a title here that says "The Problem with Films Made About Sport."
Yes.
Now I got this thing.
They're generally rubbish.
They're generally there's that. I veer away from films made about sport. There's a couple. Happy Gilmore, which has got a twist to it because it's funny, and then it's got some golf.
Is it really about sport though?
Well, they're using golf as the medium.
Yeah, but I mean, aren't you talking about films made about proper sport?
Yeah, okay. It sounds like I am.
Yeah.
So, Rocky.
Yes.
Does that count?
Yes, that counts.
I just don't get it. You can see it's actors, and I don't doubt Stallone and the big fella.
It's all in the drama and the love interest, though, mate.
The backstory.
Yeah.
Well, what about you mentioned one?
Bodyline was a great subject. Australian TV made a version of Bodyline way back when, probably in the late 80s, early 90s. I thought it was quite good, but the cricket action was just, as a cricketer you can see if someone has played the game.
Yeah.
And it was like someone was doing 40 paces like that. I mean, it
Look at Borat.
Borat
learning cricket. Oh my God, it's damn funny. But and it lets down the credibility of the film is lost for me. So if you've got a list. Viewers.
Tell us why we're wrong. I mean, I think there's a couple of at least
Senna
one
and Formula
I was going to say I haven't seen that, but the driving ones have been quite good because
I think they can create the drama.
They can create the drama and the stuff in the car, which you can't really get in real life. So they do add a new dimension.
But I mean, even The Great Escape, with Pele, all sorts.
What's it called?
And
What's it called?
Sylvester Stallone.
Escape from Victory.
Escape from Victory.
Yeah, that was.
And Sylvester Stallone was in goal. Yeah. And he broke his arm or something to get him out. I don't know. Yeah. It's all. So yeah, I got to think about sports films. And if I see one that says, an American coach, especially American sports. Not a fan of American sports. That you've got this side that are rubbish, and they bring in this beat-up old coach, and he turns them around, and there's a love interest and everything.
Well, then you got Field of Dreams, of course. Kevin Costner, which was quite a good film, but I wouldn't know whether the sport footage was very good because it was baseball. And
who knows?
That's just someone standing there having a swing, isn't it?
No.
Bit like here.
You should have looked blindly.
Blindly where?
Blindly? Blindly. I say blindly because calls.
Very good.
Yes. Right, I'm going to finish.
Tell us the ones that you think are good.
One last thing.
Yes.
This could be a bit embarrassing.
Oh dear.
I'm thinking about this over the last couple of days, and I want you, viewer, and I think I could offer up a challenge here.
Yeah.
If the viewers can come up with something, I might be able to use my impressionist skills, because everybody knows what a great impressionist I am.
Prince Charles?
Yes! King Charles.
Oh, sorry, King Charles III.
Yes.
The Queen? My government. Right, that's it.
That's it. That's all I got. I can do Jerry Adams, but that's perhaps not.
No, good. That's quite good.
No, because I'll get in trouble.
Why?
Because
Perfectly legitimate. Okay,
no,
don't then.
I won't do that. But here's the thing for you. It's celebrities singing songs appropriate to their own voices.
Okay.
All right. So I've only got two, but if a list appears, I'll have a go next week on episode 7 of this series that we're in. No, I'm just pretending it's next week now. So here's two. I'm going to do Bruce Forsyth sings All the Young Dudes by David. I say Bowie, you say Bowie?
Bowie. I say Bowie, which is what everyone says.
Oh, is it? Did I just say Bowie?
Yes, you did.
And then you said no, you fool.
You said I say Bowie, you know it's Bowie. No,
right.
I got it right.
So Bruce Forsyth, forgive me, this will be... I think
that's
still watching.
No, but if you are,
I can skip to my next one, which is my best.
You want Brucey?
Oh, the young dudes.
Very good.
But this is my best one.
Yeah.
I think you be the judge.
Yeah.
It's Nelson Mandela sings "A Ray of Hope," an original Johnny Mathis song.
Nelson Mandela doing Johnny Mathis
singing
brilliant.
"A Ray of Hope."
Very good.
There it is.
Yeah,
there it is.
I think we should have more of that.
I think, apart from the embarrassment factor, I think there's room for this stuff. And the worser I am at it, the better it should be. So, no, I can't do soprano. So no, female.
And you wonder why Matt Harris does jazz hands when he gets it with you.
It's what they had to grow up listening to all sorts of silly music, and that was part of it.
Abusing umpires. You
wouldn't
do that.
No. Oh, well, let's just talk about that. There's a science about the interaction between a bowler, particularly, and an umpire, and to a certain extent, a batsman. I go out there with the view, I want to make a friend with the umpire.
As a bowler, I made a friend with the umpire.
And you have a little... And then you might just get one day, that 50-50 goes your way. When I go out to bat, always have done, 2 please, thank you, umps.
Absolutely.
How's it, and when you're at the non-striker, how's it going, umps? That one day you'll get a decision that goes your way.
And I think I used to, you'll never know, of course, will you? But unlike many bowlers today, unlike many bowlers today who will appeal for everything, I would only appeal if I really, really thought it was out. And I'd sort of, if something was even sort of semi-close, I'd sort of, give it a look, and then there'd be a knowing glance of the umpire to say to him, without saying it, I'm only going to appeal when it's out,
You've kind of laid down a marker.
Exactly. Whereas
now, when I appeal,
now hits the pads, and most people will just go up, which I find, I don't like that. But anyway, that's a subject for another day. Because it doesn't happen in the international game.
No, well, why? Because the authorities...
Because the umpires can stamp it out, and they can fine people and ban people, and I think we've got a bit more of that here. Anyway.
Indeed. But whatever the umpire does, they're always right.
Well, yes, I guess so.
is the old mantra.
True. No, you're right.
We held
the
on
umpire's
to.
always right.
You know, we
Even
don't
when he's
always
wrong,
agree.
even when he's wrong, he's right.
That's right.
The point.
Is that
don't argue with the umpire.
Is that what I
That's the
said?
point, yeah. Well, sort of.
Sort of. Yeah, yeah, so you know, down on Sunday, always make a friend of the umpire and all that. Not that we needed one on. But right, enough?
Yeah, I'm good. Well, viewers, is that enough? Tell us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Ting, ting.
Yeah, no more, please.
All right, boy.
Yeah,
well,
anyway, that was real.
Until next year.
Until next week or something. How's that?
How's that?
Hey!
Yay!
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Cheerio.
Cheerios.
And why not?